Hello, this is WPP number 14, Unit P, Concept 7, Applications with Law of Cosines. So the problem says, Nora finds one of her friends at Artie's. They decide to go eat lunch together at a really far restaurant. The two cars left the store at 11 a.m. Nora decided to go on a shortcut, so her car headed at a bearing of 28 degrees and traveled at 7 miles an hour. Her friend's car is traveling at a bearing of 106 degrees and 9 miles an hour. Nora gets lost and realizes that it is 1 p.m., so she calls her friend to see where she is at. Her friend tells her that she has to come meet her at the friend's location. How far will Nora need to travel in order to reach her friend if they both stop driving at 1 p.m.? Okay, so before we get started, we see that Nora is traveling at 7 miles an hour, and her friend is traveling at 9 miles an hour. And they start driving at 11 a.m. and stop driving at 1 p.m. So the total number of hours they travel is 2 hours. However, we only have the number of miles for 1 hour, but since we know for 1 hour, then we can double it since it's 2 hours. So it'd be 7 hours times 2, which is 14 for Nora's car, and 9 times 2, which is 18 for her friend's car. So now we have the total distance they traveled, so we will be using those numbers. Okay, so we're going to draw our north line, and then it says that Nora headed at a bearing of 28 degrees. So whenever we have bearing, that means we're going to start from north and move clockwise. So we would do 38 degrees, and then she goes on that way. And we had said that Nora cars travel 14 miles, so it's 14 miles for Nora's car. And then we have her friend, which is travels at a bearing of 106. So we're going to do the same thing. So we start from the same point from north and go clockwise, but only this time instead of going 28 degrees, we're going to go 106 degrees. So we go 106, approximately right there. So this whole line is 106 degrees. And this should be 28. Okay, and we are trying to find the distance between them. So this will be x. And then for the friend's car, she traveled 18 miles by the time it's 1 p.m. Okay, so we have side, side. However, we're missing this angle. So to find this angle, we know that the whole thing from the point we started over is 106, and this part is 28. So to find this angle, we're going to do 106 minus 28, which is 78. So that's the angle from here. So now we have side, angle, side. So now we can use law of cosines to solve for x. So it would be x squared equals 14 squared plus 18 squared minus 2 times 14 times 18 times the cosine of 78. So it's important to know how to plug it into our calculator correctly, so we're just going to plug it in straight how it is. So it's going to be 14 squared plus 18 squared minus 2 times 14 times 18 times cosine of 78, and we get 413.2. However, we're going to use not the unrounded version. So we now have to take the square root. So we go second square root and then second answer, and we get 20.4 miles. since we ran to the nearest tent. And that will be the distance that Nora will need to travel in order to reach her friend. So that's the problem.